What I've come to realize is that there are two kinds of women, and that in this particular area. One kind of woman feels like they're the real her, or the woman she wishes she could be or was never there, and can't, and therefore can't be reached. And the other kind of woman feels like that self is missing or hard to find, but does feel like she has some connection to her at one point, and misses her, and sometimes inklings of her come up, and and then she feels it feels very familiar and warm and wonderful. So if you're the first kind of woman, then you're you likely feel pretty darn sad and bereft, like the things don't feel very hopeful sometimes, and yet you also feel like the kind of woman, somehow deep 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 inside of you, it feels like that other self, she's here somewhere, but you don't often have that hope. The second kind of woman, it's like you go around searching for this self that you remember, or it's more than wish was there, it's more than hope. You have memories of her, you have inklings of her, she comes up. So what I've come to realize is that when either of these women goes to look for the full self, the real self, the self that she longs for and senses is there in some way or form or way, when that person goes to look for the real self, they generally encounter uh, two different ways of dealing with finding herself. One is that she's supposed to change her thinking, and then she'll understand that the way she's thinking is wrong, and then she'll think differently, and then she'll feel better. And the other is um, feel your body, notice your body, do different things with your bodies and your and emotions, and basically control or change your feelings. Well, there's a line in one of Bonnie Raitt's songs that she sings. You can't make your heart feel something it won't. You know this. You can't you can't force yourself to love somebody. You can't force it. You can like them, you can do loving things towards them. You can be loving, but you can't make yourself love. You can't force a feeling. And in the same way, you can't deeply change from changing your thinking. You might handle a situation differently if you understand, well, that person is grieving terribly and she's really upset, and she didn't mean what she said. Of course, that's going to change how you feel towards that person. But that's not a deep transformation in you. That's a understanding about an anger maybe, or a disappointment you had about someone, that can change because you're an understanding, kind person. But we're not talking about that level of change. When you're looking for your real self, you don't want that level of change. You want that self to come through. You want that self to be. That's who you are. So it's natural. It's organic. It's not forced. But these days, it's really common to use change your thinking or change your feelings to create transformation. And what I notice for myself and my clients is that it only goes like skin deep. When somebody tells you something clever about your situation, or then sometimes like somebody says something clever and it kind of like it takes me aback. They're well meaning, and it takes me aback, huh? And I kind of like think about it, and then it kind of sifts through, and I take it in. Oh, that's interesting. But all of that is up here. It's interesting. Shock, grokking it, understanding it, and then interesting. But how does that change, bring back the real you? It can't, because it's a different level of transformation. What we're really looking for is something that allows the real you to step out from behind her history, to remove the crust of your history so that you emerge. And you know, when you emerge, then it shows. It shows in your eyes, it shows on your face, it shows in your laughter, it shows in your body, it shows in the spontaneous things that you do, the kindnesses, kind thoughts, kind deeds. It shows in that like giggle of life that comes out. It shows in your heart. So real transformation is not, in my opinion, what most people are telling you. And most people are telling you to get a grip, basically, get a grip. And then when you work from that get a grip level, oh look, just even as I'm talking about it, you get tight. You There's a lot of control. And you may very well be somebody who likes to control things. A lot of times, the women that I work with, including myself, we like to control things. That there's something that feels wonderful about it. It's not always great, you know that. Um, it helps to be able to take care of things. But when you're in control of yourself, like, how does love come out? How does your heart, how does your heart open up spontaneously? You can't do these two things when your grip be open and expansive, and also I'm not going to say those things. I'm not going to be this way. But that's all that people are telling you to do right now. And thank you so much for your hearts. I see those, whoever you are. Thank you. Um, so, food for thought. So next time you think you have to grip your mind, your body, your emotions, your actions in order to be more yourself, think about it. Really? That's not really working, is it? Now, don't you think that this beautiful, magical, mystical, mysterious thing that we have, body, mind, and spirit and soul, might have something better in store for you? It does. And more on that in future YouTube lives. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it.